Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. And with the World Championship fast approaching, it's almost been the entire season we have not had snipers in competitive play. Dashy's coming out and saying, look, for the betterment of the game, for the betterment of the viewing experience, and also for my own personal enjoyment, let's bring out snipers and break the GA's current champs. Intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new as always, I greatly appreciate it. Really up to the channel, thank you very much indeed to doing that. First of all, so many things coming out all the time with regards to the new Call of Duty. Back to COD news, apparently, mounting is going to be in Vanguard, or at least it was during the closed internal alpha or whatever. So yeah, mounting's returning. I'm not really sure what this game is going to look like in terms of, is it going to be too similar to Modern Warfare? Is it going to be particularly similar to World War II? A lot of people saying it looks very much like World War II, which isn't a massive surprise given the game is effectively based in World War II, or like in an alternate World War II timeline, like after the war or something along those lines. Not 100% sure. All I care about is the game's good for competitive, to be honest, and good to play and fun to watch and all that type of good stuff. Silly's like, look, the next COD is looking a lot like World War II. As Brian says, yeah, wow, that's a real surprise. But of course, Silly world champion on that title, and that I think was kind of the hope for Los Angeles Guerrillas coming into this season, was that yes, they're going to bring back Apathy, they're going to bring back Silly, they're going to bring back Assault, 4 versus 4 boots on the ground COD, they're going to be absolutely monstrous. But it didn't really work out like that. And will the fact that the game is World War II get these guys another shot next year? It remains to be seen whether some of these squads will actually change up their decision making in terms of how they build their rosters. That is probably more likely with the success of rookie talent these past several months. So this comes out from OpTic yesterday. King and Prince, they seem to be back in business. Hopefully everything is good for these guys, because of course I'm not really sure how long it takes after recovering from the virus to actually test negative on the tests, but easyMac was saying on the Breaking Boy podcast a couple of days ago, it can be like around 10 days or something. So you're hoping these guys test negative or at least are perfectly fine now, so that in a few days time when they have to get tested for champs, everything is perfectly okay and they're not showing up positive on the test or whatever. So yes, everything seems to be okay. They're back in the Hex quarters. Hopefully these lads are absolutely fine and getting ready to go for the World Championship. Of course, I did see some pretty funny replies, honestly, like Hitch dropped a good few ones, to be honest. The Delta duo, and I think like Formal and Dashy in the podcast, we're going to have a look at it in a second, we're joking in some parts, the fact that yes, if they had snipers out, they could go onto like a Checkmate or something, and I don't know, maybe there's some other maps as well they could do it on, but there's certainly some maps, maybe Checkmate Control doesn't make too much sense, but some Search and Destroys at least, they can just double snipe the center of the maps and send the Delta duo on the outside of things to lock up the left and right lanes. But still, that has been the big question mark. Dashy tweets this out several months ago at this point. Like this tweet if you want to see snipers back in competitive Search and Destroy, trying to see something. So back in the day, I mean, the Black Ops 4 days, I mean, Dashy was obviously phenomenal with the sniper even in World War II, right, when he was no longer on OpTic at that point, or it wasn't, well, not on OpTic yet at that point, right, on Complexity, and these other teams at the time. And he's been a phenomenal sniper for years, as has Formal, right, on the OpTic dynasty of previous era. So I'm sure there's some players that would like to see snipers back. In this game, everyone considered them to be slightly too strong. The aim assist was too good. There was no flinch on them, even though I'm pretty sure they added flinch now, and there have been some changes made. It's been a big talking point this season, right? Could snipers come back? Like, what's it going to take for snipers to come back? Does smokes need to be in the game, for example? And all these things eventually get, well, not all these things, but some of these things eventually get changed, and nothing really happened in terms of bringing snipers back into play. Understandably so, they are very strong, no doubt. Dashy, of course, a spectacular sniper for so many years in Call of Duty. This always makes me reminisce, right, seeing Black Ops 3 gameplay from back in the day of, well, Dashy using the Locust right here, which is, yeah, the thermal side, it's just absolutely beautiful stuff. But yeah, this guy's obviously discussing with the sniper rifle. Yes, this is against bots on, well, Stronghold Freefall, but yes, I mean, in this game, you could probably do this with the main sniper rifles, because they are very strong, no doubt. Even I think the Locust in this game, especially with the thermal, did not get any aim assist. So with this game, with the aim assist and some of the other issues with the weapon and the fact that it's boots on the ground, the high aim assist, the fact that there's no smokes to hold the crosses, it's obviously like it got gentleman's agreemented for a reason, but still, Dashy and Formal, two great snipers in Call of Duty, are certainly entertaining the possibility of, well, some teams actually pulling it out and using it to come the World Championship.
The way this game is, and you can't snipe too, which is so like one-dimensional how to play the game.
All, like non-sniping makes this all search so different.
Dude, it adds another element.
Yeah,
so
especially that left side. You can
play, you feel like you can just chow. So you like take a chow from like top granny, top red, and like stand up.
And like you don't get punished for it. You know what I'm saying?
Like the whole way you play search is literally different, because like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I could tell.
If you're worrying about a sniper, you just play different.
You play like more like trying to like stay alive.
You just play like you're playing your angles way tighter. Like
that is true. You probably feel like the map's open all.
Yeah,
you feel like
you could just like peek shoulder some, be like, yeah, there's one deep street. Let's go somewhere else. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't like that.
The scene's gonna be so different next season whenever snipes do come back.
You should just bring it back for champs. Like, who cares?
Just for champs.
Hey, like, I don't know. We're on land.
I'm playing on Drake.
Bro, if I'm a fan, I'm tight that the snipers are GA'd. Because when I used to watch, like back in the day, like I remember watching you guys in IW, like when you used to snipe, or like you and Johnny snipe in that one final in IW, that was like lit. I'm like, damn, that was a dope ass snipe. Yeah. And then you hear the crowd go crazy, like that's like
it's dope. It's like a little mini game,
right? Yeah.
I feel I kind of compared it to like dunking in the NBA, where it's like it's so like it can be easy. Like if you're preeming something, somebody walks, it's an easy dunk. But you could also just jam on somebody's face, like you know what I mean? Like if you have the snipe and they challenge you, quick scope them.
And like you would look for it, like whenever SND was on, I'm like, yo, someone's gonna snipe, and then like I'm gonna like watch his 10 minutes just for that one snipe. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like SND's on, like damn, they're just gonna jiggle everything. Like
it is like, super like.
It's like it's not even fun to watch.
It's like you took away snaking and just added jiggling. So it's just it's kind of like Black Ops 4-ish without the snipe.
And I get it, like why we jaded, because it's like obviously this game is kind of broken, but like we're not like, you know what I'm saying, like the viewers are kind of paying us right now, so like we gotta entertain them. So, you know what I'm saying, like we're not in a position to be greedy just for the rest of the game. Like bro, I'm trying to have a job in 2. You know what I'm saying? I'm GA.
So if Snipes, say hypothetically Snipes came back for champs, which one of you guys is running Snipe?
Probably him.
Like I would give it to Matt sometimes, but probably me.
So a couple of weeks ago now, when the whole big one was being discussed between Los Angeles Guerrillas and the Seattle Surge, right? These teams that obviously in a very difficult spot towards the end of the season, playing pretty much their last league game online, which were therefore Seattle aren't going to be very good, and Los Angeles Guerrillas aren't any good like anywhere you put them. Seattle won it in the end, but yes, it was the big one, and this discussion was happening completely random and for no particular reason. Who is the best sniper on the team? So LAG certainly implying that they were thinking about, okay, bringing out some sniper rifles here and having a good time right to the end of the season. Now, you know, in the end, nothing ended up happening. As EasyMax says right here, I just want to see some snipers in this surge. I don't think that is too much to ask for what is effectively being called the big one. Now, they don't do anything. I understand maybe if they're thinking, okay, some players might look at these guys and think, oh my god, that guy broke the GA last year, therefore let's not sign him or whatever, and want to keep competitive integrity high. And it's understandable that snipers are kind of gentleman's agreemented. But at the same time, from the fan perspective, it is so much more entertaining to watch snipers at play. Like when you know there's a sniper on the map. Also, Formal's talking about the implications it has for how you play the game. You can't just shoulder peek everything without fear of dying, knowing you might take a bullet or two, but you're going to get away. If there's a sniper there, you know that you can't even potentially go for that information. It's tough to actually get a shoulder peek off if there's a sniper that's just going to take your head clean off, right? So there's it definitely plays the way that the S&D is played. Probably makes it better when snipers are in the game. You have to play, around that sniper, as long as they're not too strong that it becomes too easy to use. But we never saw it in competitive play really to see how bad it could potentially be. Probably could be kind of game breaking, but still, it'd be nice to see some of the highlight plays that come out of it from guys like Dashy, guys like Simp. Like back in the Black Ops 4 days when the Paladin was out, you got those sniper duels between Simp and Dashy in those matches. Yeah, I think like even one time it was on Arsenal Search and Destroy that Simp and Dashy killed each other, because in that game that it was projectiles rather than hit scan and the sniper rifles. They actually got like a trade snipe off and killed each other, which I thought was pretty remarkable. And those type of things were just so good. And in this game, unfortunately, we haven't seen it. So hopefully it'll come back next year, no doubt. But maybe it'll come back even sooner than then, with Dashy saying, yes, look, let's just bring it out of the World Championships and entertain everyone. Even though, which team's actually going to do that? It does remain to be seen if that'll be the case. Let's talk about this then real quick, because of course there is some big discussion going on right now. Which players could potentially find their way into the Pro League next year? The 2021 NA All Challenger team, this is what Chrome comes out with. 1 vote separated Pentagram and Spart for MVP. So these guys will get MVP for both of them. Saints up here as well, Gravity up here as well, Panda, Sib, Pro Luke, Decimate, Royalty, Mohawk, Parasite and Venom round out the job. So yeah, these are the top guys really in the North American scene, but there's just so much talent all around the world right now that it's tough for anyone to maintain their spot, and that's really why we'd like expansion to come into play as well. Wanted to mention this also because the regular season MVP announcement is coming up relatively soon. The post-season like MVP is also going to be a thing they do after the World Championship. Whoever wins the World Championship, like a player on that team, I guess, will get the post-season MVP. But yes, regular season MVP is, I guess, maybe already being determined, or it's being determined at the present time. You've got Simp, you've got aBeZy, you've got Cellium, you've got Shotzzy, you've got Cammy on there as well. I think you can reasonably argue that last season, like Simp maybe deserved the MVP, or at least you could say he was kind of robbed of it by Shotzzy last year, because statistically Simp was absolutely out of control, but certainly it was understandable that Shotzzy got it. And this year, if someone else comes in, like aBeZy, for example, or Cellium, and manages to take it away from Simp, that'd be I think Simp's like, okay, what more do I have to do statistically to get this MVP award? But I'm sure there's many more years to do it. But he could certainly still win it this year if they decide to go down that route. He's probably one of the top 2 favourites to do so. I think Simp or aBeZy, one of those two, probably deserves to, well, get it this time. And just to finish off with this pretty funny clip that came up from Scump, I'm cursed. There's nothing I could do about it. Getting stuck all across the board, not just in Pro League matches, but also in League play as well. And tweeting your thoughts in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, I'd greatly appreciate a like on the video. Really helps out the YouTube algorithm. I know you enjoyed this content. Other people like you may enjoy this content as well. And I've grown the competitive quality of the community. Thank you for watching as always. Take care. And I will see you next time.
From getting the cruise missile, you'll still have the actual artillery to call in.
No way.
Of course. Scump loves to hold him. He gets stuck again for the 70th time this year.
Wait, you can leave me at any time. I'm more than fine solo queuing. You just love it. Don't even try to act tough to get.
Oh, no.
Oh, Tom. Oh, my God.
What the f was that, bro?
I just stuck you and it killed me.
I know.
Guys, please.